Linguistics is the name given to the discipline which studies human language. Two questions came immediately to mind. Firstly, what is human language? How in general terms can it be characterized? Secondly, what does its study involve? What is it that defines linguistics as a discipline? Clearly, the two questions cannot be kept completely separate. Whenever you decided to study anything, you have already to some degree defined it for your own intents and purposes. Nevertheless, there are a number of very general observations about the nature of language that can be made. These will then lead us into more specific issues in linguistics. Language certainly figures centrally in our lives. We discover our identity as individuals and social beings when we acquire it during childhood. It serves as a means of cognition and communications. It enables us to think for ourselves and to cooperate with other people in our community. It provides for present needs and future plans, and at the same time carries with it the impressions of things. Both language seems to be a feature of our essential humanity. Ask most speakers of English how many vowel sounds the language has, and what answer will you get? Typically, unless the person has taken a course in phonatics and phonology, the answer will be something like 5: A, E, I, O, and U. With a little thought, however, it's easy to see that this cannot be right. Consider the words hat, hate, and heart. Each of these is distinguished from the others in terms of the vowel sound between the H sound and T sound. Yet, each involves the letter A. When people answer that English has 5 vowels, they are thinking of English spelling, not the actual sounds of English. In fact, most kinds of English have between 16 and 20 different vowel sounds, but most speakers are completely unaware of this, despite constantly using them. In a similar vein, consider the word truck, stuck, cut, and dude. The first 3 words each contain a sound represented in the spelling by the letter T, and most speakers of English would say that this T sound is the same in each of these words. The last words begin with the D sound, and in this case, speakers would say that this was a quite different sound to the T sound. An investigation of the physical properties of these sounds reveals some interesting facts which do not quite match with the ideas of the native speakers. In the case of the T sound, we find that there are quite noticeable differences between the 3. For most speakers of English, the T sound at the beginning of truck is accompanied by an audible outrush of air, a little like a very brief H sound, which is known as aspiration. There is no such outrush for the T sound in stuck, which actually sounds like D sound in dude. And the T in cut is different, which is called non-aspirated. It may not involve any opening of the mouth, or it may be accompanied by or even replaced by a stoppage of air in the throat, similar to a very quick cough, like a sound known as glottal stop. When we turn to the D sound, the first thing to notice that is produced in a very similar way to the T sound. As in both T and D sound, we raise the front part of the tongue to the bony ridge behind the upper teeth to form a blockage of air passing through mouth. The differences between the sounds rest with the behavior of what known as vocal cords in Adam apple, which vibrate when we say D and do not. For the T sound, there are 3 types of phonatics, which are articulatory phonatics, which means how speech sounds are made or articulate, acoustic phonatics or physics of speech. This branch deal with the physical nature of speech sound, auditory phonatics. It is the study of speech perception. And in linguistics degree, students might expect to study auditory phonatics. Phonology is the subdiscipline within linguistics concerned with the sound of language, or to be more specific, phonology proper is concerned with the function, behavior, and organization of sounds, which is opposed to phonetics, which is concerned more in the study of sounds themselves. So, linguistics can be defined as the science of language, which is concerned in human language, which is something important in human behavior.
Linguistics is very fun. We have learned so much knowledge. Phonetics is quiet hard, but it's trying to understand phonology, how sound functions.